Hi, my name is Bibek Adhikari. I am an English instructor. In today's class, we are going to solve the grammar portion of Unit 18, that is imperative structures. In this class, we are going to learn how to give different kind of structures in imperative mood. So, let's begin. Alright, in this class, we shall begin by learning about imperative structures. We shall also learn how to give, instructions by using different imperative structures. Before that, let me ask you a question. What do you mean by the word imperative structure? So these are the grammatical structures that begin with a verb. Oftentimes, they begin with a verb, and what do? They command, they give commands or instructions, right? They begin with a verb and they give a lot of commands and instructions. For example, if I say something like go. So this is probably the shortest sentence possible in the English language. It begins with a verb, right? This is a verb and it ends with a verb, so there's a hidden subject here. When I say go, I mean you go. So I am telling you to go. I am rather commanding you. So this is a command because I'm commanding you to go home, go somewhere else, right? When I say go, I am commanding you to go. So it is an imperative sentence. When I say something like, shut the door. So when I say shut the door, shut is the verb, the door is the object. And what is the hidden subject? The hidden subject is you. This is what we call hidden subject. All right. This is a hidden subject. So we've got hidden subject plus verb plus object. Since the sentence begins with a verb, as the sentence has a hidden subject, it begins with a verb and it rather gives commands. It gives a command. It commands. That is why we call it an imperative sentence. Imperative sentence is one of the types of different kind of sentences. Basically, there are 5 types of sentences based on the function in English language. An imperative sentence is one of them. All right, now we shall learn how to make a cup of tea. The purpose of this exercise is to help you become familiar with the grammar structure. That is the imperative sentence, right? Everyone around the world, they make tea differently. But if you would like to brew a cup of tea, this is how you can do it in your home. First of all, boil the water. So this is an imperative sentence. How to make a cup of tea? First of all, boil the water. Make sure it is aerated, as oxygen in water gives flavor. So first of all, make sure, run the tap a little so the water is nicely aerated, and only boil it once wants to keep the oxygen level up, because oxygen in the water helps keep the flavor. The second thing you should do is you should add tea and more water. Pop a tea bag into your mug and pour over the hot water and stir briefly. Add tea and water. So in this section, what you will do is you will pop a tea bag into your mug, pour over the hot water and stir briefly. After this, what you should do is you should wait patiently. Tea needs time to unlock all its flavors, so give around 4 or 5 minutes. Wait patiently for 4 to 5 minutes to do, this flavor coming out thing. So this is a perfect time to maybe munch a sneaky biscuit or daydream about holidays, but that's up to you. And the fourth thing you should be doing is give it a squeeze. Before removing the tea bag, gently squeeze it against the side of the mug. Just the once. Mind, if you really mass it, it will taste bitter. Now the fifth thing you should be doing while brewing the cup of tea is you should customize your brew. And how can you customize your brew? We like a splash of sometimes semi-skimmed or whole milk, right? But your brew is unique to you, so add milk. You can add sugar, you can add honey, or you can add lemon, or nothing at all. Most important of all is enjoy the tea, right? So what we learned right now is we learned how to make a cup of tea. Besides that, we also learned how to, give someone orders, how to write, how to make someone do something more appropriately. So this is how we can use imperative sentences while giving orders, while giving commands and stuff like that. So there's a quick grammar exercise in your book. It says, that we should change the given sentences into imperative. So let's do that first. First question is, you should work hard to get better marks in examination. So how can you change this sentence into imperative sentence? Simply put the verb in the beginning. What is the verb of the sentence? Work is the verb. So verb should come in the beginning. Keep the verb here and the rest follows. Work hard to get better marks in examination. There's another question. Let's do that. We must make the right people do the right thing at the right time. And the question is, how can you change this sentence into imperative sentence? Just find a verb. Here's the verb, because must is a modal verb. We are not considering modal verbs. We care about the tense verb. So bring the tense verb in the beginning and the rest is same. So the imperative sentence of this sentence would be, make the right people do the right thing at the right time. Pretty easy, right? All right. Let's solve a couple of more examples. Number C is there. You have to prepare your tea on time. How can we change this sentence into imperative? Find the tense verb. Here is the tense verb, because have to is simply a modal verb. We don't care about modal verbs. What do we care about? We don't care about modal verbs. We care about tense verbs. So the sentence would change into prepare your tea on time. All you have to do is delete everything that is before the tense verb. One more question. Number D. We should work together and grow together. We should work together and grow together. How can we change this into the imperative sentence? First of all, should is a modal verb. We should know that should is a modal verb, while work is a tense verb. So the tense verb comes in the beginning of the sentence. The answer would be work together and grow together. All right? So because this is something like we're giving someone commands, that's why these sentences are called imperative sentences. There are more examples, questions. I guess you can solve them yourself. Now there's another title, which is how to prepare a pickle of fresh mushroom. Again, this is a recipe question, but this focuses on the grammatical imperative structure. First of all, collect the required materials like utensils, spoon, stirrer, gas, a glass bottle with a lid. So do this. Second of all, wash the mushroom thoroughly. The mushroom might contain some foreign elements. In order to remove those foreign elements, wash the mushroom thoroughly. Third step. The third point is cut the mushrooms into small pieces. The fourth point you should be doing after that is light the gas. Of course, you need to cook, light the gas, and heat the mushroom. So heat the mushroom in a clean, still utensil with continuous stirring for 2 to 3 minutes. Just stir it lightly in oil. Afterwards, remove it from the heat and sieve the mushroom thoroughly. Remove it from the heat and sieve the mushroom thoroughly. After that, fry it in the oil till it is brown and keep it out. The seventh thing you should be doing is heat the remaining oil and fry all the spices. Make sure to stir the spices well. Afterwards, alright, this is the 8th point, I guess. So in the 8th point, what you should be doing is mix the fried mushroom and spices. So mix them all. Also, you can add a little quantity of vinegar when it becomes cool. The last thing you should do is check how tasty pickle is. Alright, so this is the last piece of instruction. So in this, recipe learning process, What we actually did is we actually learned how to give instructions by using the different kind of imperative structures. Now it is time for me to give you some homework. Prepare a recipe for rice pudding. The grammar tip is use imperative structures. So this is the homework. All you have to do is prepare a rice recipe. I taught you two different kind of recipes, right? One for the tea, another for mushroom pickle. Now it is your turn to write a recipe for the rice pudding. All right? With this, we have come to end of today's class. If you have any questions or suggestions regarding these video series, feel free to write us at learning@deerwalk.edu.np. Thank you.